Hello everyone, as usual, let's get one thing out of the way. The footage you're seeing in the background is just me playing Left 4 Dead 2 with my now fixed anime mods. That's not why we're here. We got some Magic Record stuff to talk about, so let's get to it. Our glorious long 10-day training event is finally over, so now we get a new one about a candy girl from the east. At least that was the idea until little Yachimifu showed up, and that's all people talk about, at least on Twitter. As far as the other girl, Mitsune is a smelly neat that sits inside all day and is afraid of the sun. Also, Kanai is still alive, so that's nice. Yeah, that's pretty much my summary of the event so far. Maybe we'll find out a bit more in the next 10 story nodes that get unlocked. Anyway, with this event, they have brought some long-awaited buffs to Charge. Now, as a disclaimer, it's hard for me to fully comment on how well Charge is on JP. On NA, Charge was actually very good despite how bad it got memed on. Me and my friends who also try harder to get S3 and mirrors were pretty big defenders of Charge. On JP, it obviously doesn't help you with the current ranked mirrors, which we'll get more into in a little bit. And probably not great in raids either. Hell, on NA, the fact that you could store MP between battles on this event type, but not Charge disc, was discrimination enough. So what is Charge good at? It's good for doing some big damage to a priority target. In mirrors, this could be using Charge on your weaker targets and then blasting a stronger one. This was really apparent on NA once QB Knight was released. I remember seeing quite a few people surprised at why they suddenly took a lot of damage on the third hit. It was popping up kind of frequently that people got surprised by this and didn't know why. And I don't really blame them for not knowing it was Charge because it lacks the level of indication the other discs have. It's just plain unsatisfying to use as well. If you blast a row of enemies, it feels awesome and it's very clear how it helped you. If you use Excel discs, especially Excel combos, you can see your Majukas gain MP and you feel like you're powering yourself up for a Magia. With Charge discs, no matter how many stacks you get, the payoff just feels underwhelming. And by that, I don't mean the damage. The damage is great, but other than the little charge counter in the corner, you probably forget you even have the charge stacks. I always felt like it needed some kind of sound effect or maybe even a glow to show the charge stacks are being expended when you use them up. Not everyone, of course, would like this change, but I remember in NA, the first time I got the Kazumi event memo, I liked using it because the damage up effect makes a nice sound when you smack enemies. Konoha, who I was mainly using at the time, just has a pretty mad donk sound to her attacks. And the damage up sound effects made it sound like it was doing a lot more, even though doing the attack memos were probably better at the time. If higher charge stacks made it more clear besides the damage number that appears very briefly that you're absolutely obliterating the enemy, I think people would like it more. One buff I thought they could experiment with that fits Charge's identity as being something to use for a bigger payoff is making the charge stacks increase the chance of an on-hit effect proccing. Now, I'm no game designer, and someone has probably brought an idea like this up before, but I think it could be a neat little buff. And by proccing the on-hit effect, I mean when the charge stacks are expended, not on the charge discs themselves. A buff to just the disc would help charge gorillas, I suppose, but not quite the disc itself. Maybe you could start with 2% per stack, meaning a normal charge combo gives you a 10% higher chance, which wouldn't be super amazing or anything, but if it worked on all effects, like say someone had a 15% chance to crit, and they also had a 15% chance to burn, and maybe even more. I'll turn those all to 25%. With Charge Gorillas being able to reach 8 stacks in a turn, that could be something at least interesting about the disc people could use. There's certainly a lot more you could do with this, and it might just be too confusing to do anything else. But I think like at least if you increase it up to like maybe 30% on each effect and you do a blast on like a big witch, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. At least it's something. I mean, it already does lots of damage. I'd just be like a bonus at that point. Enough about yellow circles. Let's talk about ranked mirrors coming up. Yeah, after doing it on NA, I am definitely not ready to do another ranked mirror season, even though I obviously didn't try very hard in NA. If you rolled specifically for units that are good in the JP ranked meta, then this is your time to shine. For me, I am just going to play this like I would normal mirrors. I made guides on how to get a top score on the NA ranked, and I was successful in getting S3 2 seasons in a row. But on JP, I definitely stand zero chance of even getting S1. Maybe I can get that cool looking D rank I've always wanted. My team for ranked will probably be 4-slot Holy Mami, a 3-slot Kanagi, and I think I'll add 4-slot Meiyui into the mix for this. I have enough materials now to develop another girl, and I wanted to invest into a water unit to protect my strongest Majuka, Holy Mami. Scoring wise, it won't do that great, but I think I can at least win a fair share of battles. You'll have to let me know what team you're going to try, because I'd be interested in knowing that. As always, if we're friends in the game, you can try facing my weakling squad anytime you want, or go face JP Wales and realize you're screwed. They should be dropping a ranked mirrors goodie bag, and maybe that will change my mind on the team I want to bring. But I think this is what I will plan on using. Heck, I might even try using Solo Monica on day 1 just for fun. Anyway, that's all for now. Let's just wait for the impending doom of the NA server and the fact I gotta do this ranked mirrors shit again. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.